So here we are in the veggie patch today, harvesting some more potatoes. This variety is King Edward, and I'm growing them in a 70-litre grow pot. Now this medium is a combination of homegrown compost, a little bit of chicken and cow manure, and also coco fibre. I have 8 seed potatoes in this one and 6 in this one, and they've been in for about 120 days. So let's see how productive this yield will be. Here's the first one, 8 King Edwards. The first little King Edward with its signature little pink eyes. Now clearly this one looked like it still was not quite ready, but nonetheless the rest of this pot is ready, so let's just keep harvesting. Some little ones. Ooh, there's a worm. Beautiful little worm. Appears to be quite dry down the bottom. Wondering if I didn't give it enough water during the season, because potatoes need a lot of water to get a good yield. These tiny little ones, you want to get rid of them because they will just continue to grow, put more shoots out. Here we go, here's a few big ones. So I have a thing when it comes to growing potatoes. If they produce small potatoes, well, I end up putting those in soups that are nice and clean and boil them with the skin on. Another big worm. We have quite a lot of potatoes, but they all seem to be very small. Now, King Edwards are known for being quite good growers, prolific numbers, but you got to give them what they need: nutrients, sun, water. And these, up against that garage, getting too much shade during the last 4 months, has produced a very poor yield and very small sized potatoes. Okay, so once again, ooh, straight off the top. So this one only had 6 King Edwards in it, but I am fairly certain this one experienced more sunlight. So I am hoping that we will see a bigger yield out of this pot, even though we had smaller number of potatoes planted in here. Oop, that's not a bad one. Those beautiful pink King Edward eyes. Absolutely amazing. Okay. It's always nice to see potatoes sitting near the top. It's fantastic. I find these interesting. They have quite a pear shape with those pink eyes. Of course, that's the top and that's the bottom. If I was to replant this, they would be replanted in that direction with the eyes up and the roots down. Yeah, there's some good ones. A few more. Once again, this mix has perlite in it, drainage. Cocoa fibre for water retention. And a mixture of homemade compost. And cow and chicken manure. Right, let's get these out. And of course, the hay layer at the bottom help drainage. Well, that's 2, 3, 4, 5 seed potatoes. Now you can actually see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 seed potatoes. So the takeaway from this particular yield is potatoes need a number of things to get a great yield, and the conditions you give them will determine your yield. Lots of nutrients. Cow manure is great. I have a video on my Nicola potatoes where I did a side-by-side comparison on 3 soil types, and the cow manure produced the largest potatoes. However, in ground versus pot, my large raised garden beds produced an enormous 20 kilos from a 4 kilo seed lot. That's 5 times what I planted. And so I'm leaning towards larger pots, lots of water, lots of manure, lots of nutrients to produce the biggest potatoes. I know particularly with this batch that they didn't get enough sunlight. They were hidden behind the snow peas, and unfortunately not getting enough sunlight has produced smaller tubers. So that is the last ingredient, sunlight. Make sure you give them enough sunlight throughout the growing season to ensure you get the best yield possible. If you like these videos, hit the like and subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next one. Happy gardening.